promise I'm not wearing lipstick. My lips are so dry. Do cracked torsos figs sell on Bricklink? Do cracked torsos and figs sell on Bricklink? I've sold a few on eBay with full disclosure and pics, but a heavy discount. I have so many valuable torsos that are cracked, but print looks great. It's a shame. Yeah, that's relatable. So welcome back. This format of videos seemed to do really well last week. So as long as questions keep coming in, I can keep doing this once a week. So feel free to drop your questions below and I'll answer to the best of my ability, as best as I know how. And if I don't know the answer, somebody watching probably knows more than I do and can help out. So I've never tried to sell like a broken piece on Bricklink. To me, it seems like more trouble than it's worth trying to figure that out. I know I'm trying to buy a Boromir right now to complete my fellowship, and I try to only order stuff when I have a bunch of stuff to order. And so I'll go to do auto buy for everything to automatically select the store, and it keeps bringing up the same broken Boromir figure. Eventually I'm just gonna have to say just buy it without having. I'm gonna have to go hunt for one that's not broken. So to me, that's annoying as a buyer, and that's certainly, you know, their prerogative. They describe it, it's broken, but da-da-da-da-da. For me, it's much easier with those valuable figures to put them on eBay, take really good photos, let people know what's going on. And just, it's all about managing expectations. You want to, if I hadn't been paying attention, I was like, great, a Boromir for, I forget what it was, $15, and not paying attention and ordered it. Granted, that's on me, but I also would be disappointed when I received it. Versus if you just put it on eBay, take really good photos, people's expectations are already expecting something to be broken. I actually keep a tub of broken bits and stuff, unless it's a super valuable one. I just throw it in there, and then every so often I'll do an auction of hey, all these parts are broken, they have dents, they have paint rubs, have at it, and just whatever it sells for, I'm happy to take. That's how I handle that. And I agree, it is a shame. I've found, which Lando is it? There's a very expensive Lando. I've found him multiple times, 2 or 3 times, and every single time he's been broken. It sucks. Question, what was the moment you decided to go all in on your store and make it your main income? Yeah, I've told versions of the story multiple times, but depending on the context of the question or what I remember that day, the answer can change. Basically what happened was I was working a regular job. I didn't really enjoy it. I had a great boss. It was a pretty cushy gig, but I didn't enjoy it. And I started doing resale on the side. Didn't even start with Lego. It was just toys, action figures, t-shirts, anything and everything that would sell, I would do that. And then I got a sneeze, so if I stop, that's why. If there's a sudden jump cut. What happened was my wife was trying to start a business. I don't know if she wants me to divulge how much she wants me to divulge. She was starting to start a business, and she wanted to see how much money it could make, and she was working part-time on the side. So the agreement was kind of okay, do what you got to do to figure out how to make that happen. And if it takes off, wonderful, and that's your income, but I'll be the breadwinner, for lack of a better term. And then she ended up having an opportunity come her way to buy a franchise of a business and take that over. And suddenly she's making way more money than I do, and we both kind of agreed okay, it's my turn to try and start something. And so I went all in on the resale. It was making enough, and I went into it with the intention of growing it. And then we had a kid. It wasn't a surprise, it was planned, but it worked out that I was already at home most of the time, and I can kind of make my own hours with this. So he's almost 3, the last 3 years has been kind of I'm part-time stay-at-home dad, part-time reseller, and we make it work that way. It's always my intention to make more money and keep growing this. So if ever my wife decides to change careers again, we just do it again. So that's how that all went down. Killer Croc. Should you sell minifigures or minifigure parts individually on Bricklink, or do both? Also, how do you know whether to part a figure out or buy the remaining parts of it? What do you prefer? I've just recently started parting out minifigure parts. I did that with the, I still have the bags right here. The Draco Malfoy poly bag, I had 20 of those. I have never really done it before. I have a ton of used minifigures that are incomplete, and I am trying to, you know, get those posted. I would say it's all about what threshold do you want to work in, right? Like, there's that sneeze again. Just to use Boromir as an example again, if I found his head, his torso, his legs, and all he was missing was his hair, I might buy his hair. I don't know how much his hair costs, but like, it might be worth it to buy his hair and sell a complete Boromir. But like Lego City figs, like, it's just not going to be worth the effort, to be honest, to complete those, because they're only worth $1.50. Just post the parts, get them out there, and start making money that way. That's how I view it. So yeah, I have a ton of complete minifigures. I have a ton of incomplete minifigure parts. If I'm going through a lot and like they are low value city figs, $1.50, but they're already complete, I'm not going to go through the effort of parting it out. I'm just going to say, this is the minifigure, done. Speed, speed, speed seems to be how I like to handle that. I still want to see a quick tutorial on you uploading those figure parts. Speaking of figure parts, I know how, but it is very slow for me. That's why I mostly stick to new, and I understand sticking to new. Yeah, I can show you. Let me do the last question and we'll do that. Are you going to use Brickowl at any point, or are you sticking with Bricklink? Bricklink for now. This goes in tandem with the Brick Store question last week, using Brick Store to post to Bricklink. For me, it's just like, I already manage YouTube, I already manage Bricklink, I already manage eBay, and managing another platform just feels like too much right now. I also do a little bit on TikTok, a little bit on Instagram, trying to figure out what I want to do with those. So managing another platform just sounds like a lot of work. I think if I can get to the point where I hire help, I can take on another platform. And in conjunction with that, if I get Brickstore synced to Bricklink and also Brickowl, I don't like the idea of like, it doesn't live sync the two, at least as far as I understand, it doesn't. You have to re-upload your XMLS and your inventory every time. So the risk of somebody buying something on Bricklink and Brickowl at the same time, and then me having to cancel one of those orders, I don't like that idea. I really, really don't. But that's how I feel about it. And I may be 100% wrong about how that works. All right, let's see if I can do this tutorial. This being said, nothing beats sheer brute force of doing this. It is a brute force task of just going through and completing this. So I'm going to show you how I do this without Brickstore, just using Bricklink and the website Brickognize. So you can see right here, I have this minifigure. No hair, no helmet, whatever she's supposed to have. If you take a look at her lips, there's some paint rubbing right there. And I don't want to post that to my store. I want to have parts, or try to at least, have only parts that are not damaged. I try to avoid that as much as possible. So here you see I open the Brickognize app, go to the camera, take a photo, and she's not even supposed to have that backpack on. And I get her ID number. Okay, so city 0924, search. There she is. You go to part out, and I promise this is a heck of a lot faster when you're not trying to do it one-handed and trying to record at the same time. Use like 6 month sale average, consolidate, submit for edit. We don't have the helmet, delete. We have the legs, we have the torso, delete. We're not satisfied with the condition of the head. The legs, they already have a remark, so I'm not even gonna fill that in, but we don't have one of these posted yet, so I'm gonna say torso 1B. Verify items. So I know the legs need to go in tray 1Q, torso needs to go into torso 1B, and we hit upload. Then I have these trays. Tray 1, or wait a second, what was it? It was 1Q. So there's the legs right there. Boom. And then torsos 1B. Done. So what I'll do is I'll have a project sitting right here. I'll have all my trays lined up, and then I'll just scan, type in, scan, type in, Now I know what you can do. Brickognize also works on the desktop, but I would need a webcam because this gets annoying to use. So I've seen people, they have a camera pointing down and they just slide it in, snap a photo, and it will take you directly to Bricklink. So here, you can see I did it recently. Actually, we're at Brickognize.com. We're gonna open the camera. We're going to. Wow, this feels weird. We're going to do that. Okay, it just pulled up the torso for some reason, but then you click on that, and it takes you right to Bricklink. Like I said, nothing beats just good old-fashioned brute force doing it. But that is the way that has been working for me. It's been, I don't know, the fastest. It's been fast-ish to do it that way. So that's how I would recommend doing it. Hopefully that was useful, and I didn't talk too fast. I kind of felt like I was talking fast, but I don't think it was too fast. Was it too fast? I don't think it was too fast. I'll catch y'all next time. Drop some more questions below. Happy to do this. I'll answer pretty much anything. I like to be super transparent about how this works. I like to be transparent about all the mistakes I make along the way. So throw it all out there. Let me know what you need to know. Thanks guys. See ya.